Neighbor was petty on property limits. Now I'm going to make him replace his whole fence. So last summer I hired a contractor to put up a fence around my backyard. Just wanted some privacy and a safe area for my kids to play. The guy seemed professional. Took him about a week to finish. Everything was fine for 2 weeks. Then one Saturday morning there's this aggressive knock on my door. It's my neighbor Hugh, holding a tape measure and his phone with photos. He doesn't even say good morning, just immediately starts going off about how my fence is on his property. I'm confused because the contractor used the survey markers. But Hugh is adamant. He measured it himself, and my fence is 4 centimeters over the property line along his hedge. 4 centimeters. That's like 1.5 inches. I told him I'd talk to my contractor. Maybe we made an honest mistake. Hugh wasn't interested in working it out. He said I had 1 week to fix it or he'd take legal action. Then he walked away. My contractor came back out to check. Sure enough, he'd messed up the measurements slightly on that section. He apologized, said he'd move it at no charge. I went to Hugh's house to let him know we'd handle it within a few days. Hugh said that wasn't good enough. He'd already contacted his lawyer because he wanted this on record. I thought he was bluffing. He wasn't. 2 weeks later, I got served with actual court papers. He was suing me over 4 centimeters. My wife thought it was insane. Our other neighbors thought it was insane, but Hugh was dead serious. I had to hire a lawyer, which wasn't cheap. We went to court and yeah, we lost. Because technically Hugh was right. The fence was over the line. Didn't matter that it was barely anything or that we'd offered to fix it immediately. The judge ruled in his favor and I had to pay Hugh's legal fees, which came out to almost $2,000. So we moved the fence. Cost me another few $100 and a whole weekend of work. The whole time Hugh was out in his yard watching us, making sure we did it right. He even measured it again after we finished, right in front of us, just to be petty. But here's where it gets good. About 3 weeks ago, my youngest was playing in the yard and Hugh's dog started barking like crazy at the fence. This wasn't unusual. His dog barks at my kids constantly. But this time the dog was really going nuts, slamming against the fence, and I noticed the fence was shaking badly. I got a better look at Hugh's fence and realized it was pretty short, maybe chest height on me. I didn't think much of it until my buddy Kevin came over for a barbecue that weekend. Kevin works in animal control for the county. He saw Hugh's dog and immediately recognized the breed. It's a Cane Corso, which is on our county's restricted breed list. Kevin mentioned, just casually, that owners of restricted breeds have to have special fencing, specifically 2 meters tall with a concrete foundation that goes at least 30 centimeters underground. It's a safety regulation. I looked at Hugh's fence again. It was definitely not 2 meters. I got my own tape measure and checked when Hugh wasn't home. 1 meter 40 centimeters. And I could literally see dirt under the fence posts. No concrete base at all. I did some research on the county website and sure enough, the regulations were exactly what Kevin said. Any restricted breed dog requires proper containment fencing. Failure to comply can result in fines and mandatory fence replacement. Now, I'm not normally a petty person, but this guy dragged me to court over 4 centimeters, made me pay his legal fees, stood there watching us move the fence like he'd won some major victory, and his dog barks at my 3 kids every single time they go outside. So yesterday I filed a formal complaint with animal control, included photos of his fence, photos of the dog, measurements, everything. I was very thorough. I even referenced the specific county code violations. I got a call back this morning. They're sending an inspector out next week. If Hugh's fence doesn't meet the requirements, which it definitely doesn't, he'll have 30 days to build a compliant fence around his entire property, not just one side. The whole thing. A proper fence like that for his yard size is going to cost him somewhere between $8,000 and $12,000, and he can't just modify what he has. The regulations require complete replacement with specific materials and professional installation, all because he couldn't let 4 centimeters go. He wanted to play the technically correct game. Well, technically his fence is illegal. He wanted everything by the book. Now he's getting everything by the book. The inspection is scheduled for next Tuesday. I'll be home to watch.